Michael.
So, as I've mentioned in my extensive comments beforehand, same-sex marriage is now popping up more and more in this country. A growing number of states have allowed it to be legal. But the question still remains, and there are people who believe that same-sex marriage does and does not threaten the foundations of our country. So that is what I seek to examine, and for this next 5-minute segment, I'll be focusing specifically on America's religious foundations and how same-sex marriage connects with those. So I will show you the agenda for this, my decidedly non-radical agenda, because I am a clear thinker in this regard. I will be sharing with you the ideas in an article written by Mark David Hall called "Did America Have a Christian Founding?", where he investigated this. After I talk about that, I'll talk about the cornerstone of the Christian faith, the Bible, and we'll see what it has to say about this. So that is my plan for this segment. So, what did Dr. Hall say in his article? As many people say now, when America was founded, specifically the United States, the founders believed in a deist God. Now, for those of you who might not know what that means for whatever reason, deism is the belief that God did in fact create the universe, but that he does not actively intervene in the affairs of men. And Dr. Hall says that while it is true that some believe that, they were very few in number. In fact, most...
Can you please repeat what Dr. Hall believed?
He believed that the people who were deists were very small in number. So, in fact, most people believe that God did and continues to intervene in earthly affairs. He also says that the founding fathers believed that people ultimately need religion in order to be prosperous and to be happy with their lives in general. So, playing along with that, he also asserts that the founders of our country did not envision the separation of church and state the way that we understand the concept today. In fact, he believed that the founders believed that religion could, in fact, be a part of government, and that government figures could help promote religion, specifically Christianity. So, as the article outlines...
Can you please repeat about the Christianity being involved in the government?
Mm-hmm. So according to the article, the founders believed that government figures could promote Christianity in their official capacities, and so could the government in general. And so, obviously, as we've seen, Christianity specifically was a huge influence in the foundation of our country. However, there's a growing number of instances where this influence of religion is simply fading away from our lives. One only needs to look at instances of prayer being made illegal in public schools, displays of the Ten Commandments in front of government buildings ordered removed, and other such measures. Clearly, this is insanity. It goes against the foundations of our country. Where will it end? And now, same-sex marriage has entered the fray. So we need to ask ourselves as well, how does same-sex marriage connect with certain verses in the Bible? And this might be a little unpleasant, but it's truth. And so we need to explain it. We need to discuss it. In biblical times, same-sex intimacy was an offense worthy of death. One only needs to read these verses from Leviticus to know that. Also, the Apostle Paul, in his letter to the Romans, suggested that having same-sex feelings was a sign that God has departed people's lives. And finally, in his Sermon on the Mount in the Gospel according to Matthew, Jesus suggested when he said, anyone who divorces his wife causes her to commit adultery. That phrase, his, referring to a man, and wife referring to the woman, but shows clearly that Jesus believed in marriage to be opposite sex.
That's it.
And one final thing.
Nope. No
What?
final things.
You're done?
It's okay. Insane.